You suck.
Hello and welcome back to the XVI Dynasty newsletter. Week 3's come to an end, and it's time to get into some real action. From here to the end of the season, we only have 2 more non-conference games, which means every matchup from here out has huge playoff implications. Not only that, but the next 3 weeks are 3 straight divisional matchups marking our in-season tournament. So it's going to get real spicy real quick. Now, we're going to keep this episode short this week because I know a lot of you have ADD and cannot watch a full episode. So let's get right into it. To kick us off, we have no new records broken this week, which is huge, especially for Sunglasses at Night, who actually posted a decent score this week. Let's start with the power rankings. We've got a shakeup at the top. Ford Motor Company climbs back to the number 1 spot, but keep an eye out for the ACL Aces, who continue their steady rise after starting the year at number 8. Meanwhile, Lord of the Rings tumbles from first after failing to break just 100 points. I think there might be a number 1 seed curse starting. 3 weeks in a row now, the top team has either lost or seen key players go down. Only 2 squads remain undefeated, and that is Devon Showerhandle and the surging ACL Aces. On the other side, we also have 3 teams still searching for their first win. Plenty of Genti, Pizza Boys, and of course, Sunglasses at Night. Moving on to the conference standings, the power gap between the conferences couldn't have been clearer this week. Conference A straight up swept Conference B during the non-conference slate. Luckily for Conference B, there are only 2 more weeks this season where they have to face that buzzsaw again. Finally, looking at the division standings, the North is looking absolutely stacked. Just 3 total losses across the whole division. Meanwhile, the East is rough. One GM put it best, calling them the worst division in football. And with only 2 total wins as a group, hard to argue that. We've touched on it already, but let's talk about the in-season tournament. For the next 3 weeks, you're going to face everyone in your division, and during this 3-week stretch, we're going to record wins and total points for to decide who is going to be the king of the in-season tournament. This stretch is massive. Win your division and you punch your ticket to the postseason. So handing your rivals losses now can really make or break your playoff spot. For each divisional matchup we have during the schedule, we're going to pick one matchup of the week. And this week, we are going to pick number 1 Ford Motor Company versus number 5 Devon Showerhandle. These 2 North Division powerhouses are circling each other for playoff seeding and early bragging rights. Whoever wins here could claim control of the division and momentum moving forwards. Let's quick touch on the Spotlight Player of the Week. Last week, we highlighted Kenneth Walker from Read About Tracy's Cups, and he delivered. He dropped 18 points thanks to a pair of goal line touchdowns. He could be a solid RB1 for the rest of the season. This week, we have a big one, and that is a debut rookie quarterback, Jackson Dart. From Rippin' Darts, Sniffin' Farts. That's right, a mascot player's making his debut. He's finally getting his shot at the starting QB in New York, and he faces a tough Chargers defense right out of the gate. It's not an easy welcome party, but a huge test for the rookie, and he could really prove himself here. For our final segment, we're going to talk about GM rumors once again. And this first one is a quick callback to last week's segment. And all this GM said was, I'm going to get Judkins. Our next rumor comes from a team with clear hatred for this other team, and here's what he told me. Huge Sack's Week 3 blowout loss was the most predictable loss of all time. His 2-0 start was clearly due to lackluster output from his opponents, not his own team's success. That roster is completely devoid of talent at running back, tight end, and any sort of reliable flex option. The lack of ball knowledge in their scouting department is glaring. One injury to their QBs or starting wide receivers, and he'll quickly be in the lottery for 101. Huge Sack faces the winless Pizza Boys this week. And I think the entire league is quietly rooting for Pizza Boys to snag their first win. That's it for this week's newsletter, and it's division tournament time. A prime opportunity for you to prove that you own your division and set the tone for the playoffs. Good luck, fellas.